We're live.
We're live. Cool. Do you want to get the screen on time? Well, hello everybody. Apologies about that. We had a little technical hitch, shall we say, with we've got like 3 computers linked up to the same Google Plus account in here, and all of a sudden they wouldn't talk to each other, which is fun. We've been having this on for about an hour and a half before making sure everything's set up, and the moment we go live, they don't talk to each other. Anyway, we're back now, we're all up and running, so apologies again for that. Okay, so welcome to our very first Google Hangout, the official Collabor8 Music Google Hangout. In the studio with me, James Hockley. We're going to be creating a track, or the basics of a track today, just so you guys can see how it happens here in my studio. If you have any questions at all, I have Jamie on hand, who's just behind the screen here that I'm talking to. There's his hand, who's going to be manning the question and answer Q&A button, basically on the Google Plus. So just click that button. I'm going to be talking you through what I do anyway. Just give us a shout if you've got any questions, and we'll get cracking because we're running a bit late now. All right, here we go. So what we're going to be doing is a track tonight using the Akai MPC, Renaissance, and a few other pieces of equipment we've got in the studio here. This is basically what I would start writing on. This part of the whole process doesn't really matter what it is you write on. It could be writing directly into Logic. It could be writing on a guitar. It could be writing on a piano. Whatever it is, I tend to start now by writing, coming up with everything, sequencing everything in the MPC, and then moving into Logic, which for doing the mix down and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So let's get cracking. We've got a kit. Just a little deep house kit set up on there. So there we go. Okay. So let's just do a let's just get cracking. Do some. We'll put a quick beat in, and then we'll get the groove going, and see what happens. Okay. Okay, straight 4 on the floor beat. A note the peak button on there just to get set up on the theme. It's up on the time correct up there. That's the grid it's going to be using for doing that repeats and how to switch it. Switch it directly here on my screen on the MPC. Let's put that in there. Okay. Alright, let's just save that quickly on there. So that will do, I think, for a little basic beat on there. Alright, so let's get some musical parts in there, I think, next. So what I'm going to do with that. Now, the MPC, I've never managed to get any waves plugins to work, so I'm going to use the Element, but I'm going to use it as a standalone application. And the way I'll get it to do that is by going into the setup, the preferences on here, and using the multi-channel outputs of my audio interface, which is the Project Mix down here, which is linked on ADAT to my 828 motor interface in there. What I'm going to do is just set this to be output 5 and 6 on here. Now I've got that patched up to my patch bay here, so I've got these two cables, these two jack plugs here, which feed the inputs of the MPCs, and I'm just going to plug them into there like that, and then we should be able to hear. Let me just check that's the right output. Yes, it is the right output. Okay, okay on there. And we should have, just check that input device coming from speeding that one. Aha, is it because I've muted it on here? Brilliant. No, doesn't seem to want to be playing tonight. Okay, not too much time on that. It's going well this tonight, hey?
Isn't it just?
It's working fine the other night. Okay, no problem at all. Let's just go and do something else. We just get some hardware instead and do it on that. Okay, so let's plumb this into the output of the microbrute here. We've got a little sequence. Which I can then sync. So I need to send a sync signal to it. I'm going to go into the MPC, and I'm going to go to preferences and just go into sync. And I'm going to send the clock. Is that on there? Maybe clock. Yeah, sync. Send that out to microbrute. I'm going to play that. Just make sure that's doing the right thing there. She send MIDI clock, doesn't it, and not just send nothing. Okay. So let's just what I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to worry about recording too much or maybe we'll just go.
Just experiencing some sound difficulties, so we should be back in a couple of moments. So we're just having to do a reboot here. So we won't try not to keep you too long, viewers. Thanks for tuning in, though.
Just say we were. Sorry about this. It's all gone so well this afternoon during the setup, and now we've set it all up and get it all running. We've popped out for a sandwich, and all of a sudden Nothing works anymore. Serves us right for going out for a sandwich. Anyway, we're just restarting the computer over here.
The joys of a live broadcast, eh?
Indeed, yeah. Actually done it on the Game Boy.
Actually, while that's rebooting, why don't you get that? What's that little gadget you were playing with earlier? Little.
The Monotribe.
Mm.
A little tune on the Monotribe. Yes, my latest little gadget is the Korg Monotribe. You can just make little acidy noises. And do all sorts of little fun things with it.
I believe we have one viewer.
We do. It's a loyal viewer.
It is.
So I can just go in and just make little ditties up on here and go into the synth and record it. Whilst I'm demonstrating this, I shall restart the programs on this computer. Right, let's just I should explain my boot up sequence for the studio computer. Maybe it might be some sort of vague interest to some people, I suppose. So I'm still clinging on to this Project Mix.io. Every operating system update, the drivers get more and more out of date. As you said, it was working here on today. It was working absolutely perfectly. Actually, still not working. Oh yeah, nope, still getting nothing out of 3 and 4. Oh, there we go. Wow.
You need to start the Hangout.
Yeah, and just get all the windows back open again. Right, let's get the program set up, and we'll get rocking back on again.
I could go home in a minute.
We need little setbacks like this every now and then. Makes you think it's real. Right, let's go back up where we were. Let's get the cameras back online. Desk camera, studio camera. Alright, let's put those windows back down there. And let's go back in.
No, it says we still have one viewer.
Ah, loyal.
Although that could be me, I'm not sure if
But I hope it is. Right, yes, I've read and understand all that, Google. Thank you very much.
We'll do it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll move it from the third Wednesday to the next Wednesday.
Right. Oh, hello to everyone. Sound check, sound settings, and set the studio take.
Oh.
Alright, breaking my headphones. Right,
Right,
now you should be able to hear.
Can you hear now?
I'm getting lines coming up and down
there.
Let's
do that one. Let's switch it to that one. Right. Can you hear me now?
say again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes? Woohoo! Oh, right. Turn my speakers back on again. Okay, here we go.
Oh, we got some feedback.
Now we got, because I've left the microphone on test mode, coming out of here as well. Let's turn that off there.
Oh,
there
that's two viewers now.
Hey, they've obviously heard about it's picking up. They've heard about the calamity that's going on here.
Car crash television.
Right. It's all good, except for now I've got no sound from the NPC.
Let's see who the other person is watching.
Just quick. What am I using? Okay, so there is sound from the NPC, but not when I play anything.
Well, no one's asked any questions yet.
Good job.
Anyone got any questions? As if they...
I've got a question. Why is there no sound coming out of this now? It's like it's lost all the samples or something. It's really weird.
Well, we've been on live on air for 35 minutes now.
Yeah, we've got a long way. Right, just quit that from there then. No.
Well, we're down to one viewer again. And I think that viewer is us. No, back up to 2.
It's all going so well. Right, pick it up this time. Okay. Definitely got sound coming out of there. Load. Right.
Hey.
Okay, so we were just putting together a pattern, which none of you have actually heard, because you didn't have any sound.
I think they might have heard the drums, but it was the microphone that wasn't working.
Oh, really? Okay, so we heard the drums. So we built a beat basically in the MPC, and then we've just put a bass line in, or a little sequence pattern from the microbrute, synchronized by a MIDI clock from the MPC itself. So we've got the. I've just put the second track in here with our new. We've got 4 patterns on there. C, G, B flat, F. Okay, so we've only got a 2-bar sequence running here at the moment. So I'm just going to put 1 pattern in just for the moment. Okay. Alright, let's put the rest of the patterns in. That sounds grooving quite nicely. So let's put the rest of the patterns in as well. I'm going to just go to sequence edit because I need to extend the length of the sequence because obviously it's 2 bars long. I need 2 bars for each line, making it 8 bars long. So, see that lightning, that maths there? It was awesome. So we're going to copy the bars from here. I've just set up a copy sequence on here. Unfortunately, this shows me everything I'm trying to do on the screen on here. It doesn't show you on the screen. I'm just going to basically copy the bars I've got and create an 8-bar pattern instead of a 2-bar pattern. So we're going to go merge and then do the same thing again. Sequence edit, merge, and now as you can see on the screen here we have an 8-bar pattern. I'm just going to move this up there and there and like that, and it'll be each pattern in turn, just off the sampler here. Okay, nice, alright. So let's put some little chords in here as well. Let's just get rid of that render. Actually, no, get into here and go to hybrid 3, and we're going to create another new track. We're going to create a new instrument, a new program again here, but this time we're going to create a plugin program, and we're going to use a plugin which comes as part of this here. Hybrid 3. I'm going to load that into here. It's basically the same hybrid synthesizer that you get for Pro Tools, or they now do it for everything, I think. We used to be a Pro Tools only synthesizer. This is it now comes as part of the MPC, so I tend to use it a bit because it's quite handy. It works straight in here, and when you press the program edit, you get all the controls come up mapped across to the controllers here, so it's pretty nice and it's pretty nice and yeah, pretty neat to use. It looks like this. So let's just go and click on here. We're going to find a little arpeggio part here. Oh, that's nice. Oh. That's cool. Is that perhaps for? It's amazing. Let's play that along with that and see what that sounds like. Is it not doing it? No, it's because
Well, I'm
that's
hearing
switched,
speakers, I
that's
think.
switched off there. Getting that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's because it was switched off when I restarted. Okay. Apologies once again, viewers. Okay. That's quite nice, I like that. So this time, because it's a plugin, we're going to record it into MIDI. So I'm just going to go into overdub mode right here. Volume control in the middle there. Turn the volume up on it. Okay. My drums sound a bit dry in there now, so I'm going to go into a. Let's just save that. I'm going to go back down the tracks there. It's that sound there. I'm going to change that sound. So we're going to go into program mix mode, and you can say get a fader for each sound. So I just want to make that have a little effect on it. So I'm going to put an insert on here. I'm just going to use the built-in effects built into the MPC. I'm not going to go for anything massively fancy now because it's not mixed down time, it's writing time. So I'm going to find a little simple reverb small, that'll do. Immediately it sounds just like some sort of 80s Paul Young record or something. We want to turn down.
It's your specialty, isn't it? Paul Young Records.
No, we don't want too much on there. That's dry. So again, one of the reasons why I like using this MPC is because when you use the plugins and stuff, it maps them onto the Q-links, the controllers over here, so I can actually just, when you're using the control like this, I tend to find I'm listening more rather than watching it, which is a better way for working. Ah, as if by magic the camera has moved. Okay, let's put a bit on there as well. So on that one on there, I'm just going to pop it across. It's the same one. That's nice, dry. Much better. Right. Okay. So. Name these tracks over in here actually. Let's call this one drums, and then we'll call this one MB sequence. This is easier to see when you're scrolling through, and then this one is 38. That'll that'll do. And then we've got another track here, and let's see if we can find a bass sound from somewhere. Let's pop in JX. It's going to be quite simple, just move on the same. Okay, it's just okay, let's just sample that and then play that in live, I think, because it's a bit faster. Because we're going to be going on now for quite a while, so we've had to reboot the computer and all sorts of stuff. So let's just go back into sample edit again, same way that we did before, sample record rather. Same thing we did before with the Micro Brute. We're going to go into just record mode. We'll play the sequencer. There, record the seconds on it, so let's try it again. Here we go. Let's call that JX. That was recorded on my Roland JX3P. Let's just go and edit that. So same way before, same as before. I'm just going to just trim in the front and the end of it. I'm going to play it as a pattern, but do it as a slightly different. Okay, let's just pull that across. Pull the end in a bit there. Okay. I'll process that and trim the end off of it, but now I'm going to go in and do a chop mode on it and let it see if it can. Okay, so we've got too many in there, so I'm just going to go choose that part there, delete. I'll double click it on. get rid of any pointers that we don't want, any little chops that we don't want in here. Another one there, one there, another one there, another one there. And that means that every pad is going to have a separate one of the notes with patterns on it. There's one in there as well. This is the great thing about now having the ability to see things on the computer screen as well as on a little screen down here, because you can really get stuck in and see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to convert this time to a slice sample. We're going to create a new program. We're going to create events, and it's going to be number of bars is 8. So we're going to go do it on there, and it actually creates a new track for us. Go back to main, and it should. So that's why we get. That's why I quite enjoy doing it inside the MPC itself, because it's you can still do editing bits and quantizing things like that, but you can just play it in really quickly, and you still get the ability to groove it. I can now put the MPC groove on there, whatever I want to do with it, make it sound like I'll put it in MPC 3000 mode here at the moment as well, which is a nice way of sounding. A nice little crunch it gives the sound to it. Cool. I reckon probably one more part. I reckon a little top line on there maybe or something, and then we're probably about there, I would say. And what should we use for the top line? I wonder what we should use for the top line. What's this one? That sound we had on there. Let's plumb that in. Again, with the patch build, what I'm doing here is I'm just patching the outputs of any of the instruments I want into the inputs of the MPC so I can hear them. I'd normally have them all just generally coming out of the interface, but because we can only have stereo out, we'll only see a stereo output on the Google Hangout. I'm just doing it all the way just straight through the MPC. Is do it on the microbrute again, I think. So let's pop the microbrute back in again. I'm going to take the sequencer off. Let's move it onto a new track as well, so it's not on that program anymore. Just tweaking a few little Taking the sustain up and decay off of it, it's could make it more square sounding. More triangle sounding. Let's take that. Is it banging on there? I'm not sure it's the right keyboard to use for that. So I might just change it to something up here instead. Let's try something up here. It's not sounding quite right. Okay, that's brilliant. That'll do. Lovely. So we're going to record that in again, straight into the MPC. So it's straight into stereo record. Plenty of level coming in. Good stuff. Stuff at 50 seconds. Perfect. So we'll play it round once. Keep that. Sample edit and then same thing again. Bring the front end in. And the back end in as well. Like that. That'll do. Play this in as one thing on it. So I'm going to go back to main, we'll create a program for it. Actually got program 1, which isn't doing anything there, so let's just put program 1 on. And I'm just going to put it all in on one pad. But I'm going to make it go again with the, I'll hold it down to play it. What we'll do is record it in. Let's just call that program JX pad equals track JX pad. Let's just go and put a little little reverb on that sound. So we go back into program mix, and I'm going to insert a bit of a longer one this time, I think. So let's go choose in. Let's use a delay on it. Delay. Would have been a stereo one now, couldn't it? Okay, so we've got the mix down. So a little tape delay on there. So I might add another one on as well. We have 4 on each sound on here, so we're going to add a little reverb on there as well. Reverb. What have I got in there? Okay, let's just save that real quick. I've got one of my favourite reverbs in here actually. If you guys know about this reverb, this is a KR reverb. It's a little freebie one. It's actually the one that I used on pretty much all the Giants album on the Chicane stuff, and it's that big sound on Poppy Hollow. It's this reverb that does all the effects in the middle on it, and this is a great reverb. The reverb, and it's free. Can't get much better than that. It's got a really thick sound to it. It's a great sound. Too long. Sounds alright to me, I think. Sounds pretty good. What do you reckon?
Sounds
fantastic. Right? Yeah?
It's definitely got
cool.
a, yeah.
Alright. Let's go ahead and just export that out for a stem pack then. So we're going to do audio mix down. I need to explode the drum tracks first. Let's just do that first. So I need to just go back to the drum track, and what we're going to do is to just, what's track 4? It's got JX bass. Let's call that JX bass. We're going to just explode the track. So because the drums are all on one track, what we want to do is when we're mixing it down, we want to have everything on separate tracks. So the MPC has a great little system of going in on the track and actually being able to explode it, and it actually creates individual tracks for each sound that I've used. So that it's muted it on, you can't see it on here, but it's actually muted it on. If I go to track mix on here, and that was the original drums track here, and it's now muted it for me. We've got our micro brute bass sequence, the arpeggiator, the JX bass, JX pad, and now here are all the drum sounds we've got, which aren't actually that many. But now we're right here. You can see there we'll have their individual levels. Still playing the same program, but just separate tracks triggering that program. So the reverbs are still on the snares and all that kind of stuff, and the hi-hats. Still playing that, but it's just playing each sound on an individual track. Which is pretty cool. So it saves a lot of work. What we need to do now is just go back out, save that, and then go to export as audio mix down. 24-bit WAVs. Is it 48K, which is what this is? Let's see, let's do 44.1. Okay, 24.44.1. Explode tracks is going to create an individual audio file for each one of the tracks. Export. Let's call this, give it a folder, call it C8. Something like that, just because it's an electronic track. Doesn't mean to say it has to be an electronic track, but it is at the moment. So I'm going to call it C8 Electronic, Collabor8 Electronic in that folder there, and we're going to call it Collabor8 Electronic, and then press save, and away it goes and bounces each tracks. course, is the most riveting thing in the world to watch. So we apologise again for the slight technical hitches and the late start of the session this evening. As I say, it is our first official one, and it was running perfectly fine this afternoon until we started. So we've learned from this, and next time this ain't going to happen. Well, we hope it's not going to happen. I haven't got any wood to touch. There you go. So, yeah. So
next one in 2 weeks.
Next one, 2 weeks time. Next one, Wednesday evening. Once again, yeah, that's going to be what, first week of March.
That'll be the first Wednesday in March.
First Wednesday in March, and I promise you, there won't be quite so many technical hitches. This project will be up. When will this project be up?
We'll put the stamp pack up next week.
Next week we'll put the stamp pack up. So get yourselves over to c8m.co.uk or collabor8-music.com. It's the same website. The C8M is a lot more manageable than Collabor8-music. Collabor8, yeah, -music.co. Yeah, with yeah. See, I can't even say it properly. c8m.co.uk. You better pick up the pack. Do the bizzo with it, do your bits and pieces with it, do whatever you want to do with it, put guitars on it, you can put kazoo on it, whatever you want to do, upload it back up to us again, and we look forward to hearing what it sounds like. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.